Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Hi there, Cindy Dole, and this is Home Wizards, your radio home for all things home, garden, and life improvement. We are broadcasting from the fabulous International Builder Show in Orlando, Florida, and with me is my buddy. You know him from HGTV and TLC, and he happens to be a veteran contractor, Eric Stromer.
Hey, what's happening, Orlando?
And we're here at the GE booth, so hopefully you can come on over and say hi to us. We're having a lot of fun learning about what's greener and smarter and just more efficient and time-saving and cool.
And we have seen some amazing things here, haven't we, in the last couple
some
of days?
great things.
Yep.
This Builder Show is like one of the great trade shows that we love to attend throughout the year because we kind of like to be spies, to bring back to you all the neat things you want to have for your home and for your life.
Exactly.
Right?
And trends from the contractor standpoint to the consumer to the brand standpoint, it's all here, and we're really seeing some exciting stuff.
So coming up in the next couple hours, we're going to talk about much of it. We're going to learn about some of the appliances you're going to want to check out, like how would you like to have a wrinkle-free garment or two that you just kind of, well, I don't want to give it away, but you don't have to iron.
No, never again. Throw it away.
And some great new things in terms of your dishwashers and ovens. And our friend Ed Del Grande, the fabulous plumber, is going to talk about a birthday for the toilet.
Apparently, it's a specific age, which we'll find out what that
This
is.
is not looking a day over whatever. And some wonderful designers and architects who are learning and showing us to learn how to have a home that is a net zero energy and what that means in terms of basically not having an energy bill.
That's exactly right. Oh, and in some cases, giving power back to the company that provides it.
Being your own power
Being
utility.
your own power utility company.
And we found that at this home this week, with the KB home. It's the green home of the future part in design.
Boy, that was
with Martha
something else.
Stewart.
Boy,
You like that?
Martha Stewart did a beautiful job on that home with KB, and it just shows you that the trends are hot. They're ready to be affordable again, and it's approachable and something that we can all encompass in our own personal lives. And pretty to boot.
And pretty. We love it.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk with Monica Peterson. You know her from one of those great shows.
A great
that you see
designer.
on HGTV.
You bet.
And then they have this new carpeting. Well, we don't want to tell you all of it, but let's just say that it stood up to the zoo challenge.
It survived
Elephants
the test
and rhinos.
with animals. That's right.
So if that works for them, it's going to work for your pets and your kids.
That's
we're
right.
thinking. So sit back and relax. All this coming up in the next couple hours, and you can always check out more of it by going to the website, cindydole.com, and we'll have the shows up later. But first, let's get to what to expect in the world of design. And so with us is someone who knows it, Jillian Pritchard Cook, and she's a designer and also on the committee with the National Association of Home Builders. So thanks for being here, Jillian.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
So you have the all-knowing, all-seeing. You can see into the future.
Well, I think that's what they've asked me to do. I hope
You even have the glasses to prove it.
I hope the results that you hear today will help you and others get back on track with their building and move forward with a better economy, you know.
So one trend we're hearing is, in terms of design and building, that we're kind of downsizing, that we don't want as big of a home. Is that what you're seeing and hearing?
That is correct. Not just the size of the square footage is coming down, but also the ceiling heights are coming down.
Oh, my.
Many of that's due to the fact that the energy efficiency, when you've got 20-plus ceiling height, the heat has nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, at first it seems like a great design element. I have this in my own home, a lofted ceiling, and all of my climate is living up and residing in the top of my ceiling, and I really never get to experience what the temperature should be. Right?
That is exactly
So we're lowering
right.
the ceilings and making it more energy efficient.
Plus, I think it feels cozier when the ceiling is a little bit lower, right?
Yeah, and mid-century housing has certainly had to come back. And if you look at a lot of the ranch-style homes from the 50s and 60s, the roof lines were not as high, and the interior ceiling heights were running anywhere from about 8 to 10 feet. And it's pretty much the norm now. We're going back to more of a mid-century ceiling height.
Right, much better.
What are some of the other trends that we can expect for this year and next year? I mean, it sounded like it's all about being green and being more efficient with our space. And what else?
Well, remodeling is really strong.
Really?
A lot of that has to do with the fact that the equity that's built into your home. It's the banks are not loaning money as easily as they were 4 and 5 years ago. So we're seeing a big trend in remodeling. Instead of doing the move-up house, that next house that you dreamed about, we're going back to our own homes and we're saying, what can we do to this house to accomplish all of the goals that we had wanted to achieve in that move-up house that we were going after?
And this is great news for the do-it-yourselfer, because now you really can put your skills to test. You can try and remodel something that you're going to stay in and not always transition to something new. It's great.
So this is encouraging news then for folks who have been feeling like they've been waiting. When is that time to take the plunge?
It's
Yeah?
very good news, very good news. And I think that there's so much retrofitting out there now. The products that are here at this International Builder Show, as well as things that are available on the internet, to be able to retrofit your house to the sustainable green standards is becoming increasingly more easy than it had been in the past.
What about color trends? You see anything showing up there?
Well, we're seeing that the natural colors are still very evident, and all colors from nature. But I think the movie industry has done a wonderful thing to the color trends in that some of the Johnny Depp movie that was out recently, Alice in Wonderland, a lot of those vivid, bright, intense colors, almost tropical, are really hot. So we're seeing some of the things that are coming out of the Los Angeles, Hollywood area that are really penetrating a lot of what we're doing in furnishings and in lighting and in wall coverings and the paint that is hot at this right now is the Sherwin-Williams. They have all different finishes. A lot of the VOC, the no VOCs that generally didn't have the eggshell finish and the flat finish and the semis. Now they're offering a full range. So the technology is moving with not only the color intensity, but also the actual
environmentally
friendly products.
Yeah, at the Martha Stewart home, we saw some really lovely sort of pastel, gentle
Sage
nature
and-
tones. I could definitely see where you're coming
Very
from.
soothing colors to
Right.
kind of make you feel like everything's going to be okay,
Yeah.
you know? But yet, like you say, the TV factor, I mean, we also heard like Twilight and some of the other kind of shows, maybe even Mad Men, you know, are making us want to kind of have that retro feel or that riskier feel or something to kind of give us a boost.
I believe Mad Men's done a lot to change the landscape of the furniture industry.
Yeah.
You know, with the present.
It's changed the cocktail
Yeah,
hour,
'cause
too.
that's thrown back again to the mid-century architectural style, all
fabulous.
that great stuff that we love.
It's
Yeah.
feel good.
You know, I'm encouraged to hear that our houses are getting smaller because I got kind of tired of the lot line to lot line cookie cutter house where, you know, it's literally every
Can
bit
I
of
borrow an
nature.
egg? I'm going to reach out the window.
Exactly. Margaret, I ran out of shaving cream. You know, yeah, it's nice to honor nature again a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those are some of the trends for now. And then, as you always are forecasting even further ahead, what can we anticipate as a homeowner that we should be thinking about to add to our home to make it feel like it's not only something that we'll enjoy more, but maybe when we are at the point we want to sell it, that'll make it more valuable, perhaps?
Well, I think that the classic detailing is really what we're seeing more and more of. We're doing less finishes, and we're selecting better finishes, but we're doing them in a more consistent way. There was a trend where we were mixing lots of different finishes together and really testing what was out there in regards to what the design industry had available to us. And I think we're returning back to the finishes that are very classic. In many cases, it's the natural stones. If you travel throughout the world, and specifically Europe, you'll see where limestone has been around forever, and it's maintained its look. And we're seeing new and different, innovative accents being mixed in with the classical detailing. So if you live in a house for 30, 40 years, and you've picked a classical finish that stood the test of time, then you're not going to have to go about tearing something out to put something in just to sell your home.
Yeah, so it's like the fashion thing where you have a navy blazer, it's the traditional thing, it'll always be in style. Pretty much you're saying find things in terms of design that are classic and timeless.
Timeless, yeah,
Right,
that you
right.
can just keep on using forever.
Yeah.
And as a designer, how has your business changed, and how do you anticipate it changing to accommodate the needs of consumers and our budget this year? I mean, are you changing how you help people get a little more creative with their space?
Yeah, our firm specializes in healthy interiors, and that has been the biggest change for us. The building industry has done a remarkable job of making building green a standard now. Our next big tackle is the health industry, and it really is aligning with everything that's going on in healthcare in the United States. We're becoming more proactive in selecting things for our home, whether it's furniture or finishes that are not gassing off, which is a better way to go about it. Instead of us maintaining being disease management, we're being more wellness thinking in terms of how we approach our interiors and how we build our homes.
So get your phone
Awesome.
number.
Thank you, Julian Cook, for giving us some insight into the future and some great design expectations. So The fun continues as we continue our special broadcast of Home Wizards live from the International Builder Show here in Orlando, Florida. I'm Cindy Dole with Eric Stormer. Don't you go away because we're just getting started.
Judging by the hole in the satellite picture, the ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting